It's now about 17 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. I'm Kimberly D'Souza, and you're on the Now Morning Show. Now, we're going to be talking to two people from GCScore, which, of course, is a company which exists to teach all individuals ways to effectively relate to self, others, and situations so they can live transformed lives in safer communities. And so they're actually going to be having a workshop soon. And to tell me more about the workshop is the founding president of GCScore, Dr. Yvonne Marie Laurier, and Caribbean director Catherine Lucis. Good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We're
Now,
excited to be here.
of course. Now, Dr. Laurier, we're going to have you first. What is or who is GCScore?
Thank you for asking. GCScore stands for the Global Center for Systemic Change, Outcomes Research, Evaluation, and Development. And this organization was birthed in 2013 in the US and 2015 in Trinidad and Tobago. Um, I am a product of the the Caribbean, and so this is my way of being continuing to be involved in the Caribbean region, um, and so I am. That's what GC Sport stands for, and we are here, as you said earlier, to help individuals renew their minds, transform lives, and create safer communities across the globe. And right now, we're working with this workshop in the in a virtual platform.
Right. Now, I know that there's something that you offer called SAFER, which I believe is the Social Emotional First Aid Training. Can you share some details on that?
Yeah, social emotional first aid is a person's ability. I'm going to give you a definition. The person's ability to be able to recognize, understand, manage, express, and reflect on their thoughts, interactions, mindsets, and emotions as they go about their daily living, as they love and they learn, as they work, as they play. And it is their ability as they pray, it is their ability to be able to show up in the world in a way that is conscious and productive so that they can be contributing citizens in our societies wherever they are planted. And
Mm.
so that is what CIFA stands for. And so what we do, just like you have physical first aid, we all did the first aid courses, most of us did, I did anyway, and it deals with one's physical health. Social emotional first aid deals with one's social emotional health, helping individuals at the ground level to be able to manage themselves, to, to find wholeness and wellness in relationship with themselves and with others.
Interesting. Now, Ms. Lucis, as the Caribbean director, I mean, why do we need this training? And I mean, why now?
Well, it has come at a very opportune time in terms of what we are exposed to and what we have been exposed to in terms of not only the pandemic, but everything else that is going on in society. But more relevantly, in terms of our experience during this pandemic and what is happening now in our system, in our society, in the schools, and where we live, where we work, the violence, the mental, interactions. You see people, creating that space that is not, it's toxic right now. So I think this is an opportune time to bring this program, to bring this workshop to everyone who is interested in turning up, because this is going to show and it will also give us tools with which we can, create an atmosphere, create a mindset that would help us throughout our lives, throughout our daily living. That's social emotional wellness space. That is what we're looking for.
And Ms. Lucis, I know that you have two workshops coming up, I believe. Can you tell us when the workshops are and what are some of the topics that are expected to be covered?
The first workshop is on Thursday, the 19th of May. It starts at 10. and it finishes around 3. It's a one-day workshop. The cost, we have an introductory course right now of $595. And we are going to go through that program in terms of, everything that will create that space that would assist persons to determine what, to get to the root cause of, in terms of what they are experiencing in their daily lives and why they experience certain things during the course of their interactions with others. The other workshop, similar, it's on the 23rd of June. 23rd of June, yes.
Yes.
Same time, with both virtual spaces.
Yes.
Covering similar topics.
So, to add to that, we're running a flash sale right now as we speak, right? A 20% discount for anyone who registers between 6 a.m. this morning and 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So just to let people know, catch it early.
Now, Miss Larry, I mean, have you ever done this type of workshop before? And even have you also done it in the Caribbean, or is this the first?
Oh yeah, we've done in 2015 we had the first of its kind, the GCScore thinking globally, counseling locally, reaching our children, youth, and communities in an era of globalization. We held that conference. It was a 3-day conference at the Hyatt in 2015, June 29th to July 1st. And so we had that, and we collaborated with numerous organizations, at least 25 organizations across the Caribbean and the US and Canada that came to the workshop, the conference, the 3-day conference. So we've done that in 2015. We had Ministry of Education, we had school counselors, they call them guidance counselors here, police department. It was well attended, 250 people every day for those 3 days. We partnered with Republic Bank, we partnered with the U.S. Embassy, we partnered with Ministry of Social Development. All the ministries were represented at that. Then recently, in March, we partnered with the TTPS, the Trinidad and Tobago Police, the Trinidad and Tobago
Community Police
Division, to provide training on vicarious trauma for police, the TTPS officers.
Nice.
So yes, we have done, and we are always doing workshops. Twice a month, we have a podcast that we do, the Access Room Time Conversation. So we are always engaged in educating, equipping, and empowering individuals so that they can renew their minds, transform their lives, and create safer communities. That is our goal. We want to transform.
I like how you, yes, I like how you actually mentioned the empowerment, because I wanted to go back to Miss Lucis as well. Now, Miss Lucis, you mentioned those tools earlier, that if you join the workshop, you'll be able to get tools. I mean, if, for example, if I join the workshop, what can I expect to achieve after that may even empower or transform my life?
Well, you'll be equipped with the tools that you'll be able to perform your own self-care in your own situations that come up in our daily lives. We go to work and we meet a co-worker who seems to be just getting to us, getting to our crow. So we can now, using the tools that we would give you, you can determine how you're going to react. Are you going to react in terms of a harmful way, or are you going to react in terms of a helpful way? So those are, just to touch on the surface. Of course, we're going to go more in depth in terms of how you achieve that self-care. You would be able to handle, whatever situation that comes your way in terms of how you react to situations and why at that particular time that affected you in the way it did. So we're trying to get to that root cause and what your mindset was at that point in time that created those thoughts and produce those behaviors. So
Now,
that is what we intend to achieve and what you
now,
will walk away with after that
right.
workshop.
Now, Ms.
Yeah.
Lucis, because we're almost out of time, but quickly, who is this targeted? Who is the target audience? Because is it somebody who's working in an organization? Is it because I just came out of UB and I'm now looking for a job? Who is the target audience?
The target,
Everybody.
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 Everybody. If you have survived thriving, if you survived COVID and you're listening to us or you go on our website, you are the target audience because we're teaching individuals to recognize and understand and manage how to re-enter, how to re-engage, how to re-equip, how to re-empower, how to re-educate themselves in spaces and places as we are transitioning through this COVID pandemic. We are struggling. People have been traumatized. We all have experienced trauma, and we're seeing it all over society, in every society. And so this workshop is going to give people the tools. We're going to educate, equip, and empower individuals to know how to show up in a balanced way in their relationships with themselves and with others from in diverse settings.
Now, Dr. Laria, we're almost out of time, but before you, well, we're actually out of time, but before you go quickly, if anyone wants to get more information about this, is there a website or social media handles you can share?
Yes, go to www.everypeacematters.com. Every Piece Matters, Piece, matters, matters.com. Everypeacematters.com. And they will get all the information that they need to get. We're also on Instagram. If you put in GCScore, you will find us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on LinkedIn.
On everything. You're on all social media platforms. Thank you. Dr. Laria, Ms. Lucis, thank you so much for joining us and just sharing a little bit about the CIFA training. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for having us.
Now you're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.